We've been told that every bad habit of every person is learnt. But wait, if it's learnt, is it that they intentionally learn it? We've also been told that when someone is behaving badly, that is how they are. Wait, so why is it that everyone is not like that but only them? Where did that behavior come from? And why are they so influenced by that behavior? If someone is involved in any bad behavior or addictions, it means that it's because of so many reasons man has come up with, without necessarily telling us the general foundations of it all. Today, we are going to show you how to overcome the root of anything that is causing you to live badly secretly. Everything you see in this world has a spiritual backing. Everything that is sustained for years in this world has a spiritual backing. Spirit gives two things: power and knowledge. God created this world, and God is a spirit. The word spirit means wind, according to the Hebrews and the Greeks. And why wind? Wind because wind doesn't necessarily have any physical features to prove its existence. But once there is wind in any area, you wouldn't physically see it, but you would see and know its impact there. So God is a spirit, meaning no one has seen God, but He's always there by His impact. And how does His impact as a spirit come onto us? His power and knowledge. So if God is a spirit and He created all things in this world, it means all things that exist came out of Him, the Spirit. And so everything ever created carries a dimension of a spirit, including us human beings. There is nothing in this world that was ever created without a natural thing or a thing of nature. Every single thing you see in this world was created out of a natural thing. And we know that natural things around us were created by God, showing or proving to us that everything in this world you can think of came from God. And once it came from God, it means it came from the Spirit of God. And so it carries a dimension of God in it. And I explained in the previous videos that when God created the earth, He made His entities take charge of this earth. One, which was Lucifer. And unfortunately, Lucifer, out of pride, sinned against God. And so God cast him out of His presence, and Lucifer, being in charge of this earth, made the earth be filled with darkness. Now when God then created Adam and Eve and all other things once again over the earth, the fullness of the presence of God was here on the earth until Adam and Eve sinned against God. So the full presence of God left the earth, yet wasn't fully gone because the things still existed. So for generations, most of these things have existed and still exist today first because of the power of God in them. And remember, it is the power of God that sustains it, but it is by the words of God they came into being, because everything was created by the words of God. So it means that for everything to exist over generations, for everything on the surface of the earth, even including the earth itself, there should be a power backing it. Now, the power is either light or darkness, the power of God or the power of the evil one. Remember, we said that human beings are alive because of their spirit, with a soul in a body, and everyone is alive because of the spirit and soul in them. And in our previous videos, we said that once sin came in right from the beginning, that is Adam and Eve, everything of them became too corrupted for God to live or dwell in. So when a person is born, a person doesn't carry the nature of God, but carries the corrupted nature, including pride, selfishness, rebellion, unbelief, fear, idolatry, self-love, hardness of heart, deceitfulness, forgetfulness of God, lying, slander, boasting, flattery, mockery, complaining or murmuring, cursing, foolish talking, blaspheming, idle words, quarreling words, harsh speech, deceitful promises, anger, bitterness, envy, jealousy, malice, hatred, vengefulness, resentment, harshness, impatience, anxiety, hopelessness, grief without hope, suspicion, cowardice, evil imaginations, foolishness, vanity, lustful thoughts, covetous dreams, double-mindedness, scheming, pride of intellect, false wisdom, idleness of mind, imagining evil against others, stubbornness of thoughts, darkened understanding, futile reasoning, disobedience, self-will, stubbornness, rejection of God's authority, idolatrous choices, procrastination towards righteousness, carelessness with life, choosing friendship without the word of God, strife, rivalries, division, betrayal, treachery, brutality, abuse of authority, oppression of the weak, unforgiveness, favoritism, exploitation of others, stinginess, neglect of the needy, harsh judging, contention, discarding sowing, gluttony, drunkenness, fornication, adultery, homosexual acts, lusts or porneia, sensuality, incest, bestiality, prostitution, masturbation or uncleanness, drug abuse, false worship, idolatry of self or things, witchcraft, divination, necromancy, occult practices, false prophecy, religious hypocrisy, legalism, apostasy, loving pleasure more than God, form of godliness without power, worshipping creation instead of the Creator, laziness, carelessness, vanity of appearance, overconfidence in flesh, discontentment, recklessness, foolhardiness, wastefulness, boastful independence, false humility, love of money, materialism, greed, slavery to fashion or trends, constant dissatisfaction, impulsiveness, lack of discipline. And this nature is backed by a power, which is the power of darkness, which is the power of the devil. So, because of this corrupt nature and this influence or rulership of the devil over the earth, people are easily attracted and influenced by darkness, which is of the devil and his counterparts, instead of light, which is of the power of God. So, for you to overcome the devil, you need power, the power of God. And right from the beginning, I made you know that the power of God is directly from His Spirit. So, to experience that power, you need first His Spirit. When you receive His Spirit, then you have received the fullness of His power. But it doesn't end there. Remember, you are a spirit with a soul, which is your mind, your emotions, and your will, inside a body. So the power must then influence or take over your mind, your emotions, and will, so that outwardly you won't be taken over by darkness. So Gerald was a person who was addicted to lust. Gerald then became a born again by hearing the word of God and then receiving the Spirit of God in him. Even after years of being a good Christian, going to church, reading the scriptures, being a good person, still Gerald was battling with lust, including the strong desire for worldly things. So Gerald became so drained by the things he was battling with, but he never gave up on God because he knew that God could help him. Mind you, outwardly, no one knew what he was going through. Everyone outside in his life just knew how good of a person he is. No one knew his inner struggles. Gerald stayed there, being a good person everyone knew him to be, even as he was going through the lust which was draining him. One day, as he was listening to this message from us, he discovered that he was the righteousness of God. Though he had heard it countless times, when this word came to him, it brought a different light altogether. He had this different understanding of what that meant. It empowered him to stay more with God because he had come to know that once the Spirit of God is in him, God sees him as a righteous person, and that the Spirit of God can help him overcome anything because God already sees him righteous. So, by that message, Gerald was empowered to pray more. He sacrificed his nights praying and praying, his days praying and praying, his church meetings praying and praying. As Gerald did that, the desire for lust was gradually going. Even if he found himself doing that, Gerald still didn't make it reduce his prayer. He'd cry even after doing that and still go back in prayer. With time, the desire for that thing one day just stopped. Gerald would see this stuff and it won't mean anything to him or push him to do anything because it was all gone. So, though Gerald struggled with it for years, but with his consistent push in hearing the word and praying a lot, Gerald finally overcame that corrupted nature. What happened? As Gerald listened to the word, it gave him more understanding of the power in him. And when he brought out the power in him through prayer, it gradually pushed away the spirits that was causing him to be addicted to lust in his mind, his emotions, and will. And so, how do you now bring out the power of God within you after you have received his spirit so that you can overcome the corrupted nature that is manifest in you? You hear the word consistently, it brings you the light you need for the power at work in you. And then, as you get to know the power at work in you, the knowledge is like a pathway for the power to fully manifest over the corrupted nature that is manifest in you by other spirits. Remember, your soul is filled with words. Your mind is made up of words, which are thoughts. Your emotions, desires, which are also fed in by thoughts, and they are brought out by the words you know. And your will is heavily influenced by the words in your emotions and your mind. And the words are given by the power or influence of other spirits which are not of God. So once you receive God's spirit, you create a pathway for his power to now overcome anything else with his word. And that is how you overcome the spirits of the world, that is the corrupted nature. And when you are able to do this, you manifest the ways of God. You carry and walk in true joy, pleasure, and peace. Your mind, your emotions, and will is free. You are okay bodily and never drained. You won't have any form of disgrace because of the habits you are influenced of. And then you will be okay financially because these things also drain away your finances. God bless you. You are blessed for listening to up to this point. Remember, we will meet you another time with yet another insightful video. Stay tuned, continue to listen to the words that are coming from this channel. Subscribe if you haven't. The comment section is always available for you to ask any question that you have in your mind. We are surely going to answer you. God bless you once again and see you in the next one.